I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
We're here. Welcome to the Total Apex Wrestling Show. I am super excited to finally do this. And Brandon, welcome. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I've been doing good. A lot of writing we've been doing. A lot of pro wrestling's been going on. Man, there's been a lot of news lately, and I can't wait for Elimination Chamber. And don't worry, y'all. We got predictions coming. We got WWE news. We got other news going on in AEW. And we got a little bit of a sneak preview as well from Dark Side of the Ring, which looks like it's getting a 7th season. So let's get right into the WWE news, Brandon. Are you ready? Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Ready. I'm ready.
All right. Good. Let's get into the news. So, we're going to start off here with some Monday Night Raw news. Monday Night Raw was terrible, except for one thing, which we'll get into later.
Yep.
I think the main takeaway from Monday Night Raw, excluding the AJ Styles stuff, which we'll get into, the Vision, the whole original faction, which you see photographed here, I think they're cursed.
It's cursed. It's cursed, bro. It's cursed for sure.
Yeah, not only is it real, like this faction can't catch a freaking break. I mean, Seth Rollins had his injury, not the kayfabe injury with the knee injury, the shoulder injury, which happened during a flying like head, like I think it was like a flying headbutt sort of. He landed awkwardly on his shoulder, and we haven't seen him since. Braun Breaker had a hernia issue, which they say he got when he lifted the announce table on Monday Night Raw after the Royal Rumble. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe them one bit. I think he was wrestling hurt, and the Royal Rumble, they eliminated him early just to be on the safer side. He probably had like a minor injury, and then the next week it got aggravated into a major injury.
Yep.
And because hernias are very tricky too. He's quitable, but ever since this injury happened, I would hold him out. I would not rush him. I would maintain health with him. And now Bronson Reed has a torn bicep that that happened when he was trying to break up a pinfall in a qualifying match with Jey Uso and Chad. I'm sorry, the original El Grande Americano.
Yep. No, it's crazy. The Reed injury was such a fluke thing because normally you're trying to break up a pin. The way he landed, everyone was thinking shoulder at first, but he was grabbing the bicep. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, the moment he grabbed his arm and like medical was going after him, I knew it was. I tweeted this out the moment that injury happened. Well, not the moment the injury happened. I was rewinding it a little bit. I was a little late to watching Raw, and luckily with it now in the Netflix streaming deal, it makes things a lot more easier for me. I don't have to rush into it. I could take my time with it. But when I saw the injury happen, I'm like, yeah, that's not good. And the worst part is, this is not the first time Bronson Reed is going to miss WrestleMania due to an injury. Remember during War Games, he had that spot where he dove from the top of the cage and shattered his ankles.
Yeah.
And the man himself has even said in interviews, his ankles aren't the same. Not 100%.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about Bronson Reed, too, is when he hits those dives, the tsunami, it's Bam Bam Bigelow-esque. He doesn't just stand up there with both feet. He only has like one foot on the turnbuckle. And when he's up, he just falls down immediately. That comes out of the Bam Bam Bigelow playlist. But and Bronson Reed just can't catch a break with these injuries. Honestly, the Vision is going to go down as one of the biggest failures due to injury.
It's crazy. Did you see Paul Heyman texting
Karrion Kross?
Yep. Did you
Well,
see
Karrion
that?
Cross should have never been released. By the way, why did they think it was a good idea to have Aleister Black and Zelina Vega take basically Scarlett and Karrion Cross's gimmick?
Yep. Basically, that's what's going on with that right now. That's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah. And my God, man, I love Aleister Black. He was great in the black and gold era of NXT, but man, have they botched his return from AEW. And he didn't really have that great of an AEW. Like the peak of his AEW run was beating Cody Rhodes in one of the final feuds in AEW.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing with the Vision that sucks too, and like look at the current Vision right now. Paul Heyman, who's going to be basically be attached to Brock Lesnar for who his surprise opponent is going to be. And by the way, WWE, it better not be LA Knight.
Yep.
Because that has been rumored, and I swear, if I see LA Knight versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, LA Knight should pack his bags and go to AEW or to TNA or go or something like that. Because if he faces Brock Lesnar and he loses, I mean, he's never going to be world champion ever again. I have given up on that years ago. It's clear someone backstage doesn't like him. Could it be good old Bruce Pritchard? Could it be Michael P.S. Hayes, which we'll get to in a bit? But, I mean, Paul Heyman's going to be with Brock Lesnar. Austin Theory was basically there to take the pin. I mean, let's be real here. He was there to take the pin. And is Logan Paul really a part of this group? I don't know. He kind of is, but he kind of isn't. He's sort of like what JD McDonough was in the Judgment Day before Finn Balor really took over the group.
Right.
But, I mean, the Vision's done. I don't see how you come out of this one with all those injuries. It's just bad luck, and it really just sucks. And I really wonder with all these injuries, like what Austin Theory does. If I'm Austin Theory, you find a way to get out of that contract because it's clear that ever since Vince left with his scandals, he's never been booked the same way. And then again, someone had the bright idea to have him cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on the United States Championship. That killed his career too.
Right.
But I don't know what you do with him anymore. I mean, he was really there to take the pin, but what else do you have him doing?
Nothing really right now. Like he's just like there just to be the fodder really for the group, and now the fodder's just the two of them really with Paul Heyman.
He really isn't the father, to be honest with you. He was basically like the father's cousins, uncles, brothers, father's roommate.
Yeah, pretty much.
If basically that's Spaceballs reference, that's Austin Theory.
Yep.
It really is. He's basically like the roommate of like a relative.
Yep, basically what it is.
But
no, it reminds me of what the core, like remember the core, like when they had the
bad
when Wade Barrett separated. Yep,
that was so bad.
All due to injury though. Like the same thing happened with them, with Gabriel and Barrett himself. And
oh yeah, that's right. Dog's best friend roommates next door.
Neighbor.
Oh my God! But it just sucks for the Vision. I really hope Bronson Reed can get himself healthy. But just sucks.
Yeah, no, it ruins. It definitely changes Raw's direction for Mania for sure.
Yeah,
because there was going to be probably a couple matches on that card that were going to be Vision centric, and now it's
what happens to that mystery attacker angle now is what maybe they abandon it. I mean, Triple H loves abandoning storylines. Like whatever happened to Ron Killings? Like guy comes back, cuts the promo of his life, and you have him, back onto TV making fun of Nick Aldis's balls.
Yep.
When they were doing the Royal Rumble and they were dropping the balls in.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely terrible. And speaking of bald, even though he has long hair, let's go talk a little Michael P.S. Hayes. I mean, you've seen the WWE Unreal documentary, have you?
Yeah.
And season 2, where he basically said that Chelsea Green's a mid-carder and is basically going to be used to put over Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, basically, I remember seeing that. Yep.
And he got in a lot of heat for this. Again, Michael P.S. Hayes. I mean, I don't know how that man still has a job in WWE. I mean, there's stories of him being a party animal back in the days where he was wrestling. I mean, this man has said some wild things throughout his time. I'm not going to go into it, but he basically was interviewed by The Undertaker in his podcast with Michelle McCool. Which, by the way, that podcast has not been the same since they, sold out to WWE.
Yeah, merged with
And he
the company.
basically said this about his comments on Chelsea Green. And I quote, I've talked to Netflix about this because we did that interview. And I recall this specifically that when we started the interview, the first thing I said was Chelsea Green is as good or as talented and as entertaining as anyone we have. But of course, that we never saw the light of, like that line didn't see the light of day.
Mhm.
That was in the cutting room floor because if you're going to make, a heel, that's the best way to do it. To say that she's good enough. And that's not really what I was saying. This is coming from the same man who basically thought it was a good idea to bring Rosa Mendez, who was out of rehab for, she had an alcohol issue. This is
Mhm.
the same man who once brought that person who just got out of rehab with alcohol and had her pin and decides to bring her straight to a bar.
Yep.
So I take everything this man says with a gigantic fistful of
Right.
salt.
Yep.
And then he basically says this. I don't regret it. What I said was with her role at the time, basically saying she's not the top role. I don't regret it. I'm right. So then why are you saying that there was stuff that was edited out, but yet the stuff that was said out, you said I agree with it. I don't regret what I'm saying.
Jesus. This man has lost so much touch. It's not funny.
Dude, this guy's been demoted. Like I've lost track how many times he's been demoted. I mean, there's stories about him, making a complete, mess of himself during Stephanie McMahon's wedding. And that's a whole nother story I would love to talk about on a future show, but I don't want to push for time here. But I mean, I don't buy Michael P.S. Hayes for one bit. And I don't know how he still has a job in this company, to be honest. He must know where the bodies are buried. Him and Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Look, Bruce has left and come back so many times. It's not funny with Bruce Pritchard. It's crazy.
Oh well, I mean, the man lies more than Vince Russo says, bro.
Yep.
So, and I don't believe a single word that man ever says. But yeah, Chelsea Green's great.
Yeah,
she really is great, and she really is a main eventer level talent.
Yep.
I don't think they're ever going to push her to that level, but she is that good. I mean, her gimmick is, it shouldn't have worked, but it has worked because Chelsea Green is that great,
Yeah.
But, Michael P.S. is never going to learn, but he really needs to keep his, thoughts to himself sometimes.
Yep.
But I will tell you one thing, though. The only good thing about Monday Night Raw was that AJ Styles retirement tour. I mean, speech.
Yeah.
I mean, that confirmed to me for one thing, he's done.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever going to wrestle again. Nope. I mean, I wouldn't say never because I do think he'll come back if his kids go into the business and he'll probably have a one-off match or something like that, or maybe a managerial role I could see him, maybe being a part of, or sort of like a Harley Race type of role when he was managing Vader in WCW. If they want to bring in a big man.
Right.
An agile big man, and you have AJ Styles be the one that helps guide him. An example, maybe an Evil from New Japan who's leaving New Japan. I could see him going to WWE because there's room. I don't know his personal life yet, but I know he was in a relationship with Io Sky. I don't know if that's still a thing, but maybe you could have him be the manager there. I don't know. Right. He just signed a new deal, and he's confirmed for the 2026 Hall of Fame, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen the segment. What'd you think?
Yeah, I saw this. AJ, his speech was great. Obviously, what caught me was Taker inducting him like he did Stephanie. So I think Taker's new role with the company is going to be
the David Baker role from the which I think we need more David Baker type roles of, people knocking on doors, telling them that they're in the Hall of Fame. And it's clear the Undertaker is going to be that guy.
It's poetic with Taker too, because his, you have the Undertaker taking you to your last, resting place. And this is
pretty much
basically what he is. He's taking them to their last resting place and in their careers and taking them to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. So I know that he AJ Styles is confirmed. We also found out not too long ago that Stephanie McMahon is going to be in the Hall of Fame, which, I mean, I have no complaints about that.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going to say nepotism because she's a McMahon. I mean, look, Stephanie McMahon, talent-wise, was great, and behind the scenes, she had such a big role too.
Right.
This isn't just a nepotism thing. She deserved to go in. AJ Styles as well. It's clear Stephanie's going to be the headliner, and Triple H is probably going to be the one that helps induct her.
You sure that AJ's not going to be the headliner?
No, I think it's going to be Stephanie McMahon. I think it's
Okay.
going to be Stephanie McMahon. If it's AJ
Okay.
Styles, that wouldn't surprise me. So this got me thinking a little. Who do you think is going to be the person that inducts him?
I would hope it's Kurt, personally, because even though they just had their TNA stuff, granted, it'd be cool to see Kurt induct AJ. I know because he's a WWE Hall of Famer, makes sense. Even though all their it's only in TNA with their stuff and not in the WWE really. But it probably that's tough because it could be anybody really. It could be a lot of the guys I'm thinking are TNA guys like Joe and Cass and stuff like that.
With here are a few guys I have and a list of 3 people them doing it. One I doubt because I don't know what his Hollywood status is, and that's John Cena. I don't know if we're going to be able to see him induct AJ Styles into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
I mean, I never see him. I mean, rare people claim they see him, but I never did. So.
Right.
Second, Bobby Roode, because he's a producer in WWE, and you could easily do the connection with him.
Yeah.
3, that they want to conquer with the TNA partnership. I think Freaky Kazarian would be very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Cass was one of mine, so I would not be sure. And Cass was there on Monday night, so makes sense. So,
A knock on a man who basically disappears all the time. They made some wild claims about WrestleMania, saying, "Oh, John Cena goes out there and he says, "Oh, I think it's selfish for people to retire at WrestleMania." Really, the big age in the professional wrestling, business. That's come on, Cena. This is the same man too who also once claimed it takes 2 years for a heel character to actually work on TV. Hulk Hogan. Sorry, Hulk Hogan. Didn't mean to cough there. Jake Roberts. Plenty of examples. And then AJ Styles basically goes out there. WrestleMania has lost its luster. I can see why there because WrestleMania is now a 2-day event. But no. It really is. Yeah, that is true, Molly. But they made some wild claims about WrestleMania that I just don't think are true. And do you think they're true? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. It's just one of those things for me. The mania stuff is interesting. It's an interesting perspective from both of them because they retired at not Mania. But a lot of times, that's the thing. A lot of times, you don't see a lot of people retire at Mania anymore. You know what I mean? It's like random out of the blue. So
yeah. But then again, retirement is a weird thing in pro wrestling because let's be real, nobody really retired.
Yeah, no one really.
Ric Flair came back because of reasons in TNA. Stone Cold came back. There are plenty of names of wrestlers who came. I mean, the Bella Twins came back, even though no one cares about them. There are so many examples of wrestling retirements come back, and either they miss it, like Foley retired in 2000, but he came back because he misses the business, and I mean Ric Flair. But one thing's for sure, sometimes they come back because money. Like Shawn Michaels, who came back from retirement at one of the Sweet Saudi Money shows they run in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's the wrestling business. You never know with these retirements. But speaking a little bit about money, boy, did WWE make a lot of money in 2025.
Yes, it did.
TKO is greedy. Already putting blackouts for the Elimination Chamber show. They're playing can't have a bar or a restaurant show the paper to show basically on list that you're not even going to show it for 50 miles. Like you're that greedy. Well, WWE apparently generated 1.71 billion with a B for TKO in 2025. Yeah, can we invest in some WWE stocks or something like that? Like, I feel like that would be a good idea for us to do.
Yeah, it might happen, man. It might make money off of it. The way they're handling it. So
you don't want, like either that or put a little money in the Money in the Bank, because it's a money maker. But here's the thing I want to mention: their greed is going to kill this company. I mean, it killed John Cena's last year in WWE in that heel turn, but with the blackouts going on, how they care more about money. I mean, they got a lot of bad PR when they got rid of R-Truth because of cuts, know, like there's and cutting house shows, but they really gotta make sure they don't get over greedy, because if they do that, not only are they going to hurt themselves, they're going to hurt the business. And this is why competition is a good thing, because if they're this greedy now with competition with AEW, imagine how greedy they would be if AEW wasn't the thing.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It is scary.
And with all the ticket prices increasing now, I'm scared about how high those prices are going to be if, AEW ceases. And with how bad ticket prices are affecting WrestleMania, that really gets me to worry a little bit about, Triple H's involvement. But with the blackouts happening in Elimination Chamber, it's just insane. And speaking of Elimination Chamber, ready for some predictions?
Let's get it.
All right. So we have 4 confirmed matches for the show. We are, of course, streaming this on a Thursday. 4 confirmed matches, and I added a 5th one of who's in the crate, because why not?
Yeah.
Elimination Chambers match, the men's chamber. We have Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes versus Javon Evans versus Trick Williams versus Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cody's winning this, right?
Yeah, that's too easy. It's too easy. It's going to be Cody Rhodes, but Javon Evans is going to be the star of the match.
Oh, no, that kid. I think he's 21, if I remember correctly. Like, he is the future of this company, and it's sky is the limit with him. If he could, keep cool, keep calm, work, learn his craft, that dude is the future. And I only say that because I thought the same thing of the Velveteen Dream, and obviously the Velveteen Dream turned into the Velveteen Nightmare.
Yeah.
But that Javon Evans is great. I mean, Jey Uso, he wasn't even supposed to be in the match. That was Bronson Reed's spot. I like Trick Williams, but I just don't see him winning it. LA Knight, I've given up on.
Yep.
I just feel like what you do is you have Cody win, so you could absolutely have him face Drew at Mania with Jacob Fatu. That would be my plan. But you have the final 2 be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. And what I would do, have Cody beat Randy, and then you see Randy start to hear the voices in his head. Not do the heel turn here. But I would actually do a multi-man match at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu versus Randy Orton. Yes. And that's where we find out Randy Orton was the one that took out Jacob Fatu. Yes. And we get to see him use the punt kick. Yes. That knocked out 11 teeth out of Jacob Fatu, because Jacob Fatu was out to get 11 teeth pulled.
Yeah.
That is how I would book this match.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's the 100% way it should be booked. I expect Rhodes to win, but like you said, I hope it's Randy and Cody in the final 2. So,
I mean, they have to do that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Next, the women's Elimination Chamber. Well, here's the thing. I understand that, but there's just a special way of pro wrestling, how it's athletic, and you know, it just really drives, the fans. It combines sports and theater together, and I like
Yep.
that. So, Women's Elimination Chamber. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss versus Asuka versus Kiana James versus Raquel Rodriguez. I'm going to let you go first this time. What do you think?
For me, I hope my personal pick would be Bliss because Bliss needs something, and I like the splitting of Charlotte and Bliss kind of needs to happen at this point, in my humble opinion. Granted, Bliss with Jade and Charlotte doesn't really work right now in my head, but that's just me personally. But prediction wise, I think it's going to be Raquel Rodriguez and making that Stephanie Vaquer Liv Morgan match a triple threat match. That's what
I can see where you're going with that because the Judgment Day should have been broken up a long time ago. That's not my. Here's how I'm going to divide this. Kiana James has no chance. First off, Kiana James is terrible. Mm-hmm. I don't know what WWE sees in her, and it's clear that they prefer her over Julia with the way they've been booking the two of them.
It's crazy how they're doing that to Julia right now.
They are absolutely. That is creative malpractice how they've been booking Julia.
Yeah,
her reigns have been terrible, and it's clear they prefer Kiana over her. Like, let's be real here.
At this point, yeah.
Asuka has no chance.
No,
none whatsoever. Stratton, I don't think has any chance.
No, but here's the thing. We've seen Tiffany and Jade so many times last year. Let's just move on.
And Jade's title run has been absolute snore fest written all over it. Like, terrible. And I do wonder if Bianca got the surgery earlier, would it be Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania? I mean, we're never going to know.
Yeah, we're never going to know. Yeah,
I think that'll get pushed to SummerSlam once Bianca's healthy.
Right.
Ripley, I just don't see because they're going to do her and Io Sky for a little bit. I could see
versus the Bellas at Mania. I see that's where I see that. That's where I see the program going. Bellas versus Rio at
Mania. And eventually this has to lead to Rhea beating Io because Rhea's never beaten Io before.
Right.
But so it's either going to be Alexa Bliss or Raquel Rodriguez. And I like where you're going with the Raquel stuff, but I'm going to pick Alexa Bliss here because I think the goal eventually is to break her and Charlotte up. And I think the perfect way to do it, have a triple threat match, Jade Cargill, Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair.
Right.
Jade's going to win that match because I don't see them taking the belt off of her.
No,
It's at that show we get the breakup.
That's a smart idea. That's probably a good idea, I would think. That's what I was thinking they would do, but I know there's going to be a triple threat match for one of these women's belts. Which one? Which one are you going to do it with?
Yes. Yes, that's the answer to that. Yes. You could do it with both. I mean, that's where I'm going. You're going with Bliss. I'm sorry. I'm going with Bliss. You're going with Raquel.
I think Raquel, will win it.
Yeah. Next match. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
If this is not AJ Lee, what's the point? What's the point?
Exactly. And look, AJ Lee's going to be part-time. If you're going to put the belt on her for a brief run, why not have AJ in Chicago? And then at WrestleMania, you could have her drop the belt back again.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they wasted so much of this time with Becky on.
What's weird, and then I kind of don't see like Becky and Lyra had a decent program.
Oh, they've butchered Lyra. They have butchered Lyra.
And then now with the Maxine stuff and Natty stuff, it's falling off.
And Maxine Dupree, who's terrible, she stinks too. I mean, the woman, she botches almost every move she tries to commit. She looks like she's falling down. I mean, can you hit the move? Can you hit the move properly?
Yeah.
I mean, did you see that bump she took, by the way, on Monday Night Raw?
Yep.
Oh my God, she can't even hit a bump.
No.
She can't even hit the post right.
No, she flopped so bad. It was crazy.
Oh my God. And then you had Natty. I love Natalia. The problem with her gimmick is they're not going to go all the way with her.
No, they're not going to go all the way with a heel Natty. No, it's not going to happen.
Which sucks too, because I love Natalia and I think she's a great heel. it also sucks that Maxine. I don't know what they see in her. She's a nice lady from what I've been told. And look, this is not personal, but
Right.
she's just not any good.
No.
But yeah, with the women's Intercontinental match, AJ's going to win. I would be stunned if she doesn't win here.
Mm-hmm.
And the last match, CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Brett, I'm just going to say this now. Finn has a .00000000000
1.
Zero. Percent chance of winning this match. So, yeah, Punk is winning.
It could. Well,
there's no chance.
I could. Well, here's the thing. The swerve. I could see the swerve of maybe putting the belt on Finn for a couple weeks and then getting it back on Punk right before.
The only swerve I saw is basically the amount of zeros that I said earlier.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, no, it should be Punk. It should be. I'm just playing devil's advocate with that, but it should be Punk all the way, 100%.
Yeah, Finn's got no chance.
No,
I'm sorry for everyone who's a fan there. They have no chance. Yeah, let's talk about this crate stuff.
Yep.
If you don't know that there's this like big crate that's been going on to Monday night and SmackDown, and it's going to be shown who's in the crate on this show
on Saturday night.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah. This storyline is stupid.
It is. It is dumb.
First off, if it's I thought it was going to be Chris Jericho originally, but I thought about it. Why would someone for weeks ship themselves to a show with no food, no water?
Yeah.
All these weeks.
Yeah.
So it couldn't be Chris Jericho. The only wrestler it could be is Danhausen.
Yep.
Very nice, very evil. He requested his release from AEW. I think his contract is up. I mean, that's the only wrestler that it would make sense to be in the crate.
Yep.
If it's anybody else, this is stupid. If this is a special announcement, this is stupid. If this is a trophy that's in there, this is stupid.
Yep. Whatever happens.
So it's either Danhausen or this is stupid.
This is stupid. That's the summary of that crate segment. That's the summary.
Pretty much. I mean, is there really anything for you to add here?
Well, for me, I saw someone say this on TikTok. Yeah, for stupid gimmicks. I saw someone say this on TikTok, one of the wrestling TikToks I watched. Anna Jay's contract is up at AEW as well. It could be like an introduction, like a weird introduction to her into the WWE somehow, but I would think she would go to NXT first. But
I think that has to, because eventually you got to call up all these wrestlers from NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, first off, SmackDown's women's division needs talent.
They need
badly on there. And it's, I don't know what they're going to do there. I mean, I still think Anna Jay's probably going to get locked up to a contract there. I mean, it would be such a mistake because there's women's title belts I've heard that are probably going to get introduced there. And to be honest, there's way too many belts in AEW and WWE, but I don't know. Those are our Elimination Chamber. Show is happening Saturday, February 28th. Don't forget, that's when. Yeah, that's pretty much Elimination Chamber. Let's get on to wrestling news. Have you seen AEW Swerve Strickland turned heel and cut that awesome promo on Dynamite? Oh my! Never turn. I love Swerve Strickland. He's amazing. Never turn that man face ever again.
No, he's a way better heel. He's a way better heel than a face.
And God, it was so perfectly executed. It really was. And Prince Nana as a manager, I really do. There's something with him that helps build Swerve, and I just felt like he needed to go heel. I didn't
Yeah.
see where. I wonder if Osprey was there, would it be Osprey that he turned on during that segment? But it's clear that they chose for a reason. Maybe he's going to go after the Elite next. I could see him maybe going after. I could see him going after the Young Bucks next, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Going after Hangman. I mean, I don't know. It's 50-50 there because they both helped take out the Death Riders when
Right.
they were at their peak. But yeah, I like where this is going for Swerve Strickland. I really do.
I do
But
too.
boy, what a mistake the WWE made letting him go.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
But I mean, going on hit shock me. But Swerve going to AEW was great. And remember when they brought Hit Row for that one whole thing with Ashanti? They had Tom, who was basically now AJ France and TNA.
Yeah.
And they had B-Fab on there. Who would think that B-Fab is the only one that's still in
WWE? Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Still has potential. Nah. Yeah, I don't see it with her.
No.
Again, I do want to say I really hope Eddie Kingston is okay. He Dynamite due to an which sucks. I think it was like heading. He's had a really rough road. He had that. I think it was like around 18 months, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a photo or the footage of that.
Right.
Mention Kingston is hope everything's going good with him. Really blows. But look, we got another confirmed match for AEW Revolution. MJF is going to be facing Adam Page. And on Dynamite, it's going to be a Texas Death Match.
Oh.
You know what a Texas Death Match is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is basically if you have an ECW match, but you inject it, with venom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Like some of the things they do. I'm not a big deathmatch guy, to be honest with you. And when I saw the death matches for the first time, this was like during the Nick Gage era. CZW was a promotion that I was watching for death matches. I don't know why people do it. I mean, Atsushi Onita, are they going to face each other in the Texas Heat? No, they're not. Like, the death match is insane. Like, there's blood, like actual ragu everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that's interesting too, I mean, we've seen Adam Page in these type of matches. MJF actually was a part of CZW roster with death matches. So he has experience with a death match.
Yeah.
And you've seen the segment on Dynamite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where MJF was going out there for Adam Page. They were going to decide what the match stipulation was going to be in a coin toss. And MJF won the coin toss and said it was going to be a one-man DQ match. And then when they looked at the coin, he basically pulled a Crime Time, remember, from GTG and Shad Gaspard in the 09 Rumble, where JTG flipped the coin of who gets the enter. It was a double-sided
coin. Yep. Great. That's MJF for you, man. That man is wild.
He is so great. His character work's amazing. I don't know if he's ever going to join WWE, but I still think he's going to thrive wherever he goes.
Yeah.
He's just a great heel.
He is.
Character work's amazing. His promos are great.
Yep.
And the thing I like about him too is he keeps kayfabe alive.
Yep.
And I wish kayfabe was kept a lot more in professional wrestling, but that's the internet. That's what it does for you.
Yep.
I want to give a little bit of a Masha Slamovich update. If you don't know, Masha Slamovich, I covered this very, very much during when it was at its peak. I have a few pieces on this situation with Total Apex Sports. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead. Masha Slamovich was at one point one of the top talents in TNA And it was originally reported that her contract was going to be expiring and she was going to be testing free agency. Cough, cough, I'm going to WWE. Because let's be real, she would have went to WWE. But then domestic violence situation happened where she was accused of all this pretty gross stuff. I don't want to get into it. And I've seen some of the messages that she sent and that were alleged. It's really gross. And she was really kept it quiet since releasing her statement. She was booked on a few independent shows, but this is the wrestling business. I don't know why she's booked now, but that promotion, especially with independent shows who are trying to book all these guys, they gotten a lot of heat for it. And as a result of booking her, resulted in her like getting canceled for shows. I mean, this was a thing that also happened, especially during the speaking out movement in 2020. Just a little bit of a history lesson for you. The name Joey Ryan ring a bell?
Yep.
If you don't know, Joey Ryan, he was accused of all multiple allegations. This isn't one allegation. This is like 16 allegations of him being a creep. He was like a big wrestler, and he was actually booked for shows in the independent scene, even with these allegations were known. And a lot of these promotions that booked him had to cancel the shows because of his involvement. A lot of talent were pulled out because of his involvement. Who you book matters. Yes, they're a big name, but if it's like a name that's toxic, like him, or a Marty Skrull is getting booked in like Puerto Rico shows nowadays, or if it's like a Velveteen Dream, or if it's like a Matt Riddle, we'll get to that. But like, you got to be very cautious with these independent shows, and I still think it's very early for Masha to be appearing on these shows with what she was accused with. I think it was like 3 months ago she was accused, if I remember correctly.
I think so, yeah.
But
right.
Yeah, Masha, honestly, I don't know how she comes back from this because her contract was already expired with TNA. All this stuff was getting popped up. I don't know how you come out of this one.
Yeah, it's dicey for her right now. So
what sucks too is she's talented.
She is.
She really is talented, but if you mess up way too many times, that talent will fade away.
Yeah.
What a waste. What a waste. Whatever happens with Masha, will she reappear again? Maybe, but obviously she came back way too soon with all these independent shows.
Yep.
Next, on this week's episode of The Many Lies of Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Obviously, Matt Riddle, if you don't know, he wrestled in WWE. He was at one point booked to beat Roman Reigns. Like to beat the tribal chief. He was booked to win the Royal Rumble and challenge to beat, like, this man was on top of the world at one point.
Was that before Rhodes? Was that before
before Rhodes? Vince wanted Matt Riddle to be the one. He was booked to win the Royal Rumble, but too many chances. And it's not just the drug. The same man who straight up laughs about failing drug tests and that he basically admitted to doing coke. That's something he legitimately admitted, by the way. Jeez. And he's laughing about it. Funny. Yeah. But Matt Riddle goes on to a podcast because he's burned so many bridges. Why not burn more? And he's made some wild claims about WWE. He once claimed that producers are scared of Brock Lesnar and that he is too toxic to be involved in WWE currently.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with that because he's still involved in the Janelle Grant lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And look, it's the wrestling business. You got to look tough and all that. But there's a beef between Matt Riddle and Brock. And Brock Lesnar literally said to Matt Riddle, because Matt Riddle is another one, he basically straight up said, I will not work with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to be very cautious with that. There's clearly a bridge burnt there. And then we get to Matt Riddle's claim that he nearly returned to WrestleMania 41 to be the opponent of Randy Orton.
Right.
Remember, this was at a time when Kevin Owens was originally going to face Randy Orton. but Kevin Owens had to pull out because he had the serious neck injury.
Neck injury. Yep.
And I don't even know if he's ever going to return because neck injuries are serious.
Mm-hmm.
But according to Matt Riddle, he claims that he was the one that was supposed to face Randy Orton for WrestleMania 41. And that Randy Orton texted that he was, getting himself involved and trying to get him booked. Problem is, Matt Riddle's a BS artist, and you can't believe a single word this man says.
Mm-hmm.
He said this is the same man who once claimed that CM Punk was basically being a creep at the Performance Center, and that AJ Lee basically got around to everybody when she was working in her prime.
Jeez.
So, I'm sorry, I can't take a single word this man says. And the only one that will confirm that story is if Randy Orton will come out and say it in a interview. Matt Riddle's lost that privilege for me. And then here comes the tremendous claim. Matt Riddle claims from sources that he was told that there are multiple fights going on at the WWE Performance Center and that they're not recruiting people correctly there.
Jeez.
Who are these sources that are reporting this to you?
Yeah, what source? What's the source, bro?
The voice in your head?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sorry, Matt Riddle. I don't believe a single word you have to say because you know what? You know the old saying, right? When one person says one lie, you need to be skeptical of everything the man says.
Right.
When someone says 500 lies, I don't believe a single word that you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you. Sad because this guy, he had the ability to be a main eventer and to be one of the more booked people in the business. And he threw it all away. Whether it's his personal drama with the divorce he had, which has been messy, the drug issues, the backstage issues. I mean, he literally got himself into another messy relationship as well. I forgot what her name was, but this guy had it all, and he threw it all away. And his reputation, the worst part is, this guy doesn't care. Because remember the whole charity fiasco with Matt Riddle?
Yes.
Yeah, where he basically claimed, was supposed to be booked for a show that was going to go to charity, and he pulled out at the last minute. And he claimed that he wasn't going to be, getting paid for transportation for all this and that. And he basically straight up says that they lied to him, that this was, he wasn't told that this was a charity event.
Right.
Problem is, it's been booked that way for months.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, yeah, it's sad. It really is sad because I loved the RK Bro stuff. I loved Matt Riddle, the pro wrestler. But outside of the ring, yeah, I'm sorry. Sad. What are your thoughts on Matt Riddle?
Matt Riddle is one of those characters that has messed up a UFC career because of marijuana. Couldn't stay off of marijuana. Messed up a WWE career because of all pretty much the same thing. It's crazy.
Well, more hardcore substances.
More.
I mean,
yeah. And now is going on podcast after podcast saying all this ridiculous stuff about the company that he used to work for. Yeah, it might be time for Matt Riddle just to have a reality check in the mirror for a few minutes.
I mean, he's been sent to rehab numerous times, which obviously didn't do him any good. Right. But it really is sad with Riddle. It really is. And honestly, I don't know how he rebuilds himself out of it. Then again, there are plenty of wrestlers who've gotten way too many I mean, Matt Riddle is basically our version of Marty Jannetty.
Yeah.
He really is our version of Marty Jannetty, of a guy who had so much potential and had so many chances, but he threw it all away due to all of his drama.
Right.
And Marty, what's crazy too, Marty Jannetty acts like he is a 60, I think he's a 65-year-old man who acts like he's 22. I mean, like that he still acts that way. And that's basically what Matt Riddle has turned to. What a waste. Other stories I want to get into. Did you know that the British Bulldogs WWE Hall of Fame ring got stolen?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so his son, Davey Boy Smith Jr., or Dave, he wrestled as David Hart Smith, if I remember correctly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's another one that's not all there too. If you look up the guy, he basically got robbed. And part of the robbery was the British Bulldogs WWE Hall of Fame ring got stolen, which is absolutely ridiculous. And whoever has that ring, you better not scrap that. That is memorabilia. And if you got it, just return it to the family members.
Yeah.
If it's just crazy. Why people would steal something of that caliber is crazy.
Yeah.
And speaking of the WWE Hall of Fame, Dynamite Kid. Dynamite Kid passed away a few years ago. Dynamite Kid's daughter wants the WWE to induct him into their Hall of Fame. And has been campaigning it for many, many years. However, I got some bad news to say to Dynamite Kid's family. That's never going to happen. You know why? Have you heard the crazy stories about the Dynamite Kid?
There's probably lots of them, but go ahead.
Oh, I'll say a few stories. So Dynamite Kid there's been stories of this guy like acting like there is a dark side to Tom Billington, the Dynamite Kid. I mean, they made a Dark Side of the Ring episode on the Dynamite Kid. I recommend that you go watch it. There's domestic stuff that's been said there. This is a man who's abused steroids, taken a ton of bumps, craziness. But there's two stories I want to mention about this guy, and you'd want to talk about dark. They're up there. So Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy, which I have photographed down there. Dynamite's on the left, Davey Boy's on the right. They had a history of, pulling ribs on people, practical jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamite Kid decided to prank this, this jobber. His name was Mitch Snow. Mitch Snow was blabbing his mouth about something, and Dynamite wanted to go after him, as sort of revenge. So you want to know what he does? He basically takes him out to a bar or whatever. He drops a Halcyon pill into his drink. He takes it. And when he passes out, he goes into his hotel room. He basically shaves every hair of his body off. Like, he really goes after him. Like, takes his clothes, rips it off. And he terrified this guy so much, he left the business as a whole and had a mental breakdown.
Yeah,
that's one story of the Dynamite Kid that's crazy. The second story, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Dynamite Kid, when he was in the wheelchair and a recluse, the domestic stuff happened. He separated.
Right.
In a Kickstarter that was going to be made with him, it was a Kickstarter. I don't think that was ever released. He was asked about a story about him where a neighbor of his daughter was in a car accident. I mean, the daughter was fine in the car accident, but the neighbor was scared that the insurance because they needed it for something. And the insurance was high. So the neighbor went up to Dynamite, and this is insane. He goes up to him, and he's like, I need your help to break my daughter's legs so we could get the insurance money. I'll give you a piece. You want to know what he does? Dynamite did. He took a hammer and he broke the girl's legs. That is not a story that should be ignored.
Nope.
And I could go on about the Dynamite Kid, but and there's plenty of other stuff. I don't want to cancel this podcast, but there are stories about this man that don't paint him in a good light that are known. He should not be in the WWE Hall of Fame. No. And people are like, oh, but Jimmy Snuka is in there. Here's the thing. When they inducted him, they didn't know that he was a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all these people were inducted for doing all, like, these dark things that they did. Chris Benoit will never go into the Hall of Fame because we know he's a murderer. We know he's a dark individual. Dynamite Kid, one of the most revolutionary wrestlers of all time. I mean, he influenced so many people. I mean, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. There is no Jushin Thunder Liger. I agree. And luckily, for the comment that was just posted on here, he is no longer with us. He passed away. I believe it was 2019 he passed away on his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
He really shouldn't be walking around, and he no longer is. But like stories like that are why people can't go into the Hall of Fame like Dynamite is. Great wrestler, one of the greatest of all time, very influential, changed the business. He was like one of the first people I could ever remember that took a superplex. I mean, he did moves that weren't common at that time that we see nowadays. He really revolutionized the business. And as a wrestler, he's phenomenal. But the person, very dark, very flawed. Speaking of dark side of the ring, we got a season 7 topic that's been rumored. I mean, it's clear season 7's is going to happen. They've already been filming stuff. The show already, I believe it was their Facebook account, already basically kind of rumored and hinted that the Big Boss Man is getting a Dark Side of the Ring episode, which I'm happy with. He's one of the people that I wanted to see done an episode. You don't hear a lot of too many dark, stories about Ray Traylor, but there's some crazy moments that have happened throughout his career in the business and stuff that this definitely is a Dark Side of the Ring episode that you could do. It's not like a completely dark one like they did with Dynamite Kid and Grizzly Smith. By the way, be very cautious watching the Grizzly Smith one. That one takes dark 100. But with Big Boss Man, do you have any memories of the Big Boss Man?
The dog kennel match with him and Al Snow.
That has to be covered because in storyline. Yeah. I don't know if I should say. I'm going to say it.
Don't go into the whole storyline.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. No. I'm not going to say it. So, oh God. In storyline, it basically resulted in Al Snow and Big Boss Man having to basically have a Hell in a Cell match, but dogs were basically surrounding the ring.
Yep.
And they were marketed as violent animals. And if they step out, they'd get attacked. These dogs were not violent.
The dogs didn't play along.
Not only that, but they were also dropping a deuce everywhere.
Yep.
and there's a part of the match that, let's just say, the dog got a little excited.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's a reason they're never doing that match ever again.
No.
Yep, just like JBL would say in his commentary, somebody call Peta.
Yeah. God. No,
but that's not the darkest thing ever that's happened during the Attitude. The Attitude Era has had some wild things go on. And look, it's the greatest era in professional wrestling ever.
Oh, another Big Boss Man memory is his feud with Big Show.
That was great too. Where he basically dragged the coffin of like his head.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so great. It wasn't great, but it did lead eventually into one of the worst matches of all time, where I think it was Boss Man was facing Big Show at Survivor Series. It was like Survivor Series or Armageddon. It was so boring.
Yeah.
But as I was mentioning, another dark moment that's happened. That Undertaker Big Boss Man WrestleMania match.
Oh gosh, yes.
Not only is it one of the worst Hell in a Cell match, I was bored watching that. And I watch all of the Undertaker WrestleMania matches. Probably one of the worst Undertaker matches of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, not as bad as probably that one he had with Roman Reigns at 33, and the one time he basically wrestled Giant Gonzalez, who basically looked like a battered sausage that was dropped on the floor.
Yeah,
what the hell he was wearing, I have no idea. Or the one match he had with Psycho Sid too. That one wasn't good. And
God,
Fun fact about that Psycho Sid match, and then we'll go on to the Boss Man match. Did you know that in the Tombstone, that the Undertaker Psycho Sid dropped a deuce in his tights, and when Undertaker got him up for the Tombstone, he got a big whiff.
God. The show's gone off the rails.
I know, but we'll go back to the Boss Man match. That match in general was terrible.
Yeah.
But you know what happened after the match?
Mm.
You want to say?
I don't want to say it.
Okay, so basically this was during the time where the Undertaker was in the Ministry of Darkness. Yeah, there's plenty more stories I could tell on that, but I don't want to. The Big Boss Man lost the Undertaker, and the Undertaker was with the Ministry of Darkness. They wanted to sacrifice the Big Boss Man, who would later join their faction. So how did they sacrifice this man?
Oh, yeah, I remember. Now I remember. Oh, God.
They actually had a noose.
Yep.
They wrapped it around the Big Boss Man. But by the way, it wasn't a real noose. It was a kayfabe noose. There was like a hook on the back of the noose that hooked to his police attire that he was wearing in the ring.
Right.
And basically they rose the cage and up went the Boss Man.
Oh, no.
And they wrapped it around his neck too. So he was... This basically made the audience basically, while watching the show, think, did we witness a murder?
Yes, he did.
If they do they're going to do an episode on this, they have to mention that, right?
They probably should. Yep.
Yeah. And Molly, there's footage of it out there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching that. But yeah, Boss Man's getting an episode. I think that'll be interesting. I hope they dive into his work as I think he worked as a police officer in real life too before he joined professional wrestling. Yeah. 100%. Other topics you'd like covered for season 7, and then we'll wrap this up. What would you hope gets covered in a season 7?
God, it's so many.
There's plenty of topics. There's plenty of topics you can cover.
I mean, they already probably did probably the most I would like to cover is the Scott Hall. I think they did one on Scott Hall.
They didn't do an episode on Scott. There was rumors that they did make an episode on Scott Hall, but they had to pull it out. What other topics you want covered?
For me, this Ashley Massaro stuff is crazy to say.
Oh, God, yeah. Not only with the stuff that happened with her in Kuwait, but she was even mentioned in the files, too.
Yeah.
Like that she worked with, I'm not going to say the name, but you get where I'm going here.
Yeah.
But you said 2 names. I'll say the names I hope gets covered. The Monsoon family, Gorilla Monsoon and Joey Morella. Joey Morella's a sad story with the car wreck, and Monsoon was never the same there.
Yeah.
The JBL bullying scandals, that one's an insane one.
That has
Not only, I don't think they'll ever get JBL on there, but he has done some wild stuff on there. Alberto Del Rio, you could do an episode on him.
Yeah, you could. You could do it.
The one I hope they cover is Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney, an independent. He was the closest thing we ever got to a Bobby Heenan.
Right.
Before we close the episode, I did hear rumors of 2 episodes that they thought about doing. I did hear that they were potentially filming an episode on Trent Acid, which is an independent wrestler who passed at a young age. One of those what-if stories. Not confirmed yet. I do know that they were thinking about doing a Dennis Coraluzzo episode, who's one of the promoters back in the day.
Right.
They did think about doing a Mike Awesome episode, but the family stepped in and stopped that.
Oh, yeah. You have to respect the wishes of the family, obviously.
Yeah.
The Mike Awesome one would have been crazy.
Oh, my God. And I'm telling you, not only would Mike Awesome not have came off well, Joey Styles wouldn't come off well in that Mike Awesome Masato Tanaka one night stand show.
Oh, yeah.
With how he went off the script.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
But those are the topics I want to see covered for season 7. For those of you that are watching this, if you want, feel free to comment in the comment section on what topic you guys want covered for season 7. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back again next week to cover more wrestling news. Hopefully you make some money with our Elimination Chamber predictions.
Yeah.
Whether you agree or disagree, give us your prediction as well. Don't forget to hit the like button down below, the subscribe button, and the bell for notifications for when we go live. Check out our websites as well, Total Apex Sports. I write a lot of pro wrestling on there. We cover everything: NFL, MLB, NHL. We got it all here. College sports, tennis. We're expanding into rugby. Am I missing anything?
No, no. I mean, you got basically most of it covered there.
Correct. But before we go, Brandon, shout out your social media.
So you can see my Twitter handle on the screen. Also, TikTok at Ellis Highlight Reel. I'll be reposting some of the clips from the Total Apex podcast on the regular as well. Also, Total Apex Sports. Like, I'm the assistant site manager over there at Total Apex Sports. So
I gotta start doing that. I keep forgetting that you could actually put your Twitter handle in these.
Yeah.
But it's just my name. I'm on X. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me on there. As well, don't forget to check out Total Apex Sports. I write on there like crazy. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys. Have a good day, and we'll check you out next time. Bye bye.